to some people, depending where in the world you are tuning in from. And by the time this live actually goes live and is posted to my channel, welcome to Late Nights with Tice. Oh my gosh. Okay. So obviously, I'm sure you can feel the vibes in the sense that I have a lot more energy tonight than I did last night. I was so exhausted yesterday. If you saw that live, you already know what's up. I was just here trying to figure out what to actually say because my mind was on E. My energy was on E. And I was actually surprised how many people did still show up considering the time. This is now the latest live that I've done. And most people are probably in their bed, depending on, of course, where in the world they're tuning in from. But I wanted to pop on today. And honestly, there were so many different ideas that came to mind for today's live. They literally kept switching. I was playing mental ping pong, trying to come up with what exactly I was going to talk about on today's live. And there was a lot. There was a lot that popped up, and it covers a variety of topics. And I decided, since a new week is starting, that I would just come on and talk about blessings for the new week. Because with every new week, there are new blessings, there are new opportunities, there are new experiences, there are new challenges. But ultimately, everything that we experience week from week from week, if we're truly paying attention, we'll see that there is so much to learn from what we experience. There's so much to gain from what we experience. And the way we enter the week is important. So I wanted to pop on and just share some love and share some blessings and just help anyone tuning in to kind of get into that mindset to prepare them for the week. Hey, what's up? Feel free to say hi in the comments. Thank you so much for the like. What is up? Thank you for being here. I want to know who's excited for the new week. I should actually put that in as a poll. I've been really enjoying these poll features. Okay. Who's excited for the new week? Let's see. All right, let's put some little emojis on this. I want to know who's excited for the week. Let me know where you're tuning in from as well. I'm curious to know where the viewers are tuning in from because it's late. I'm in Canada right now. And I'm curious who is up with me. Okay. All right. I think that's good. We'll use that. We'll start that poll. Boom. Hi, Krish. What's up? Thank you so much for subscribing. I appreciate that. I am doing well. I'm actually doing so good today because today was a good day for me. It was not the day that I planned. And I think a lot of times we spend time in comparison, comparing how this day was to how that day was and what was good and what was not, or just in general. A lot of times we get into the process of comparing. And what I can truly say is today has been a good day, even though there were a lot of unexpected moments for today. There were periods of today where I was absolutely not feeling my best. But overall, it was a fantastic day. And right before I came on live, one reason why I decided to put the title as New Week, New Blessings is because obviously we're entering into a new week. And as we enter into a new week, the way we enter into the week, I think, is very important. And one of the lessons I learned today within myself and just navigating some of the things that were popping up for me is that our perspective and how we view things is more important than we realize. So, as we're moving into a new week, if we maintain a perspective that something good is going to happen, if we can maintain a perspective that this week is going to be amazing, if we maintain a perspective that this week will provide us with something that we need, that this week is going to give us a clue, a sign, an example, a message, something is in this week for us, then I strongly believe that we will all walk away from this week happier, more fulfilled, more excited about life in general. Because one of the things I experienced today was so crazy. A few of the things I experienced today was so crazy that I know from a regular day perspective, if I didn't make up in my mind that today I was going to slow down and really pay attention because I wanted to understand myself and understand kind of like where I am in life and understand the journey that I'm on and where the journey is taking me. And because I opened my mind to really see that, there were certain things that I noticed that I never noticed before. So for example, moving through life, I'll give you a very small example of something that I noticed today. So you might have an item and you might put the item in one place, right? And in your mind, you think, okay, you know what? I don't know why I put that there. I should move it, right? And instead of listening to that idea of moving it, you say, okay, you know what? I'm just going to leave it there. I don't know why, but I just have a feeling that I should leave that right where I put it. And one of the things that I noticed today is that just in placing something in a spot that it wasn't even supposed to be at, where typically everything in me would have wanted to move it, I had it in a spot where today it was exactly where I needed it for a time when I needed it. And the situation was so obscure. Like it's not a regular situation that I would typically go about on my day to day. But for whatever reason, I went and was doing something today that required that one item to be exactly where it was. And if I had moved it, it would have been more of a challenge for me to have used it in the moment that I needed it. Very strange explanation, I'm sure. I hope I didn't lose everyone on that. But basically, I said all of that to say you are always exactly where you're supposed to be. Always exactly where you're supposed to be. And life is always teaching you what you need to learn in that moment, even when you don't realize it. Even the smallest little things, the smallest little meaningless things to us in a moment can turn out to be monumental later. And that really sat with me. It really stuck with me throughout the day because a lot of people are so hard on themselves. And I know a lot of that comes from other people being hard on them, but a lot of people are hard on themselves and wanting to do more and show up more and be stronger and push themselves outside of their capacity because they realize that nothing grows in the comfort zone, or maybe they just desire more, they want more. But ultimately, I say all of that to say the story that we write for ourselves, what we expect for ourselves, what we believe about ourselves is always played out into our reality. It is always played out into our reality in ways that we may not even recognize. So, as you are moving into this new week, it is my hope for you that you think about the story that you already have for the week. Some people have a story that Mondays suck. Some people have a story that they hate Mondays. And a lot of times those stories are attached to people, places, things, and circumstances that people feel are beyond their control. Trust me, I have been a Monday hater as well in my life, but I no longer hate Mondays. Mainly because my life is different. My life is set up in a way where Mondays don't affect me. A Monday and a Friday and a Saturday and a Sunday are literally all the same day to me. So I don't give my power away to a day in the week that is pretty much like every other day in the week. It's just that the priorities change. Now, if we are able to condition ourselves to believe that there is something positive in every single day, regardless if we see it or not, that completely changes how we move through life. That it completely changes how life responds to us. So that is my hope for you today as you're tuning in, that you really ask yourself, what is the story that you have for yourself? What is the story that you have for this week? Thanks so much for the votes, guys. Okay. I got one person in the building, it looks like, that is excited for the week. And I love that. For you, if you're not excited for the week, it's cool. I get it. I understand. I have been there. Ain't no shame in it. Is it Mickey? Hi, Mickey. Ain't no shame in it. Okay. Okay. We got it. Somebody else that's excited for the week. I love to see it. Because honestly, this week is going to be whatever you have that story that it's going to be. And I'm not saying that it's actually going to play out exactly step by step, exactly how you expect it to. For some of it might, for some it might absolutely not. But the thing is understanding how you would like it to go, right? If you have positive thoughts for the week, if you, because I don't know if you've ever noticed this, whenever you're looking forward to something, the week just feels better. You know, if it's a an event happening that week that you've been thinking about and you've been excited about, and you are just focused on that one event, somehow the week gets shorter. Somehow the week feels more enjoyable. Somehow the week feels like the best week of your life because you have made a mental note that this week has something going on in it that I am emotionally attached to, something that I'm excited about, and that often brings up the energy of your week, right? So go into this week with gratitude, go into this week with trust, go into this belief, go into this week with belief that something good can happen, that you're worthy of something good happening, that you deserve something good to happen. Because I believe that something good can absolutely happen for you if you believe that something good can happen for you. So I think that's it. I think that's the message. So thanks everyone for tuning in. Thank you for everyone that voted on the poll. I'm glad to see that there's a lot of people that are excited for the week, although there's some that are feeling like meh, whatever about the week. I pray that as my words touch your ears, that you will begin to shift your story to be excited about this week. Okay? Don't let anybody have power over you. Don't let anybody make you feel like you're not good enough. Don't let anybody try to use their insecurities and their lack of positivity, their frustrations in life, be what hinders the week that you could have, the potentially fantastic week that you could have, because you're deserving of that. Okay? I love you so much. Thank you for being here. I'm going to end this poll. And yeah, I will see you tomorrow. Peace.